Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A windy Wednesday all across Metro Detroit. A wind advisory in effect as temperatures are set to take a nosedive.
Back to school in Oxford. Officials lay out the plan to bring students back to the high school. Nick.
Yesterday, Ford talked about their Lightning pickup truck. Today, GM is answering them, unveiling their Silverado. We'll walk through the details of how far this can go and exactly what it's going to cost you.
Okay, Nick, but we're going to begin with a record-breaking number of new coronavirus cases here in Michigan. 27,346 cases over the past 2 days. That averages out to 13,600 cases per day. 277 new deaths are also being reported, including 165 from a vital records review.
And as you've noticed over the last few days, the averages keep going up. The 7-day moving average has more than doubled over the last 3 Wednesdays. On December 22nd, Michigan averaged 5,700 cases a day. Today, that number is 12,000. Today's daily average, by the way, the highest it's ever been since the start of the pandemic. And with these new numbers, our Dr. McGeorge spent some time today talking with the state's chief medical officer to get her take on the trends being seen here and across the nation.
Certainly, there's no shortage of things to talk about, so let's go ahead and bring in Dr. McGeorge right now. Frank, we're guessing neither of you were surprised by today's number of new cases.
Well, you know, Kim and Jason, at the time that I talked to her, she actually didn't have today's newest numbers, but she did reflect on the trend we've been seeing. Now, personally, I will say today's numbers are completely consistent with the Omicron spike that we're currently in. And while it may be true that Omicron overall doesn't cause as severe illness, these insanely high case numbers are still translating into an overwhelming number of patients in the ER and the hospital.
For everyone who's following the numbers, not only in Michigan, but around the country, I think it's certainly a concerning trend. And when we look at some of our neighbors, especially some of our East Coast neighbors, it tells us what may be yet to come.
Dr. Natasha Bagdasarian, Michigan's chief medical executive, points out that our situation is very serious.
This is concerning. What we have been seeing so far has been our Delta variant surge. We are now starting to see our Omicron surge.
Given surging cases, some people have been critical of schools not going virtual, but Bagdasarian believes it's not one size fits all.
I think that schools, school districts, and local health departments have to make decisions that make sense locally. So they have to take into account what's happening locally, as well as what mitigation strategies they have been able to implement. We really believe that schools should be one of the last places to close down and one of the first places to open.
And to keep schools and other vital sectors open, we need to work together.
We're in a really critical time for our state. We went into this Omicron surge in a bad place. We went into this with hospitals really over capacity and asking for help. We've had to ask for help from our federal partners already. So we're going into this in a really bad place. Now is really the time for us to come together as a community. Individuals may think that they are in low-risk groups and perhaps they don't need to get vaccinated, perhaps they don't need to wear a mask, but now's the time to really do this as a community and to come together.
Now, unfortunately, Omicron is just a different beast than other variants, and controlling its spread just seems to be darn near impossible. Frankly, at this point, anyone who isn't taking precautions seriously is at risk of getting infected. But for sure, the most serious infections are going to occur most often in unvaccinated people. Right now, there is basically unchecked spread, and we need to protect ourselves and just hope that this spike burns itself out quickly as it did in South Africa.
Yeah, that really is what I think everybody is hoping. Frank, we keep hearing about these monoclonal antibodies. How's the state doing on treatment medications like that?
Well, you know, Bagdasarian said they are in short supply everywhere in the U.S., and right now they're being strategically targeted at only the highest risk cases. It's a critical situation.
Yeah, okay. Dr. McGeorge, thank you.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she tested negative for COVID again today after her husband tested positive. In a video posted to her Twitter account, the governor says she took a PCR test and still continues to isolate while working from home.
Tonight, Mayor Mike Duggan is working to send a clear message to Detroiters as COVID spreads all across the city. He says now is the time to act, and he isn't just talking about getting vaccinated. Sean Lay is live tonight. Sean, he's very concerned about what's happening right now.
Here's why there's a lot of concern. We're told by the chief health officer here in the city that Omicron is exploding across the city, and 46% of Detroiters only had their first shot. 38% have 2 of their vaccination shots. So there's a focus on getting people vaccinated, but also now shifting to testing 1,000 people a day. With COVID fatigue well in place and the city of Detroit lagging behind in people getting vaccinated, Mayor Duggan with an update he wants everyone to hear. With the Omicron variant spreading like wildfire in the city, it's time to mask up again and not with a cloth mask.
This virus is evading the cloth masks. Those masks you made up yourself out of cloth or that you wore that had nice designs on them, they were very effective for the last year and a half in protecting you against infection. They aren't working against the Omicron virus. And so now we need to be wearing the K95 or the surgical masks. We have to take this more seriously.
The city still has vaccination and booster clinics running 6 days a week. Now, testing is ramping up. The city will test 1,000 people a day who live or work in the city. A drive-through test site at the Williams Center on Rosa Parks, another one at Huntington Place, formerly called the TCF Center. Tests are scarce nationwide, lines are long. Detroit wants to avoid long lines and says it has plenty of tests.
We think at 1,000 a day, based on our phone calls so far, we're fine. We have a supply of 4,500 Abbott ID Now tests a week that we run through our labs. And we got those locked in and guaranteed on top of the other supplies. So we're good.
Back here live, we've seen those long lines in other places, people waiting to get a test. Not long lines in Detroit because it's by appointment only. You do have to call 313-230-0505, the number right there on your screen, 313-230-0505. But a lot of concern here in Detroit tonight as the virus continues to spread, this variant. Kimberly?
Yeah. Sean, I know the mayor was asked about mask mandates in the city. Talk about what he had to say about that.
Other cities have jumped in to implement them. He says no. He says he's going to work every day wearing his mask, keeping his distance. He says he wants people to use common sense, but also mask up, but no requirements.
Okay. Sean, thanks. Let's switch gears over to the weather now. And all of southeast Michigan under a wind advisory until about 10 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, we saw those flags whipping out there in one of the shots earlier. Let's get over to Paul Gross, who has an update for us.
Yeah, hey there, Jason. Hey, Kim. We are looking at that wind advisory still in effect, and it's going to be in effect until 10 o'clock this evening. I think the best chance to see any more high-end wind gusts is just in the next couple of hours or so, and then things are going to start settling down overnight. But temperatures are another part of the story, along with those wind gusts. We started the day well into the 30s. And now here we are well down into the 20s, even in the upper teens in some spots. And as you can see, some of us are still gusting between 30 and 40 miles per hour. All right, Storm Tracker 4 shows you this band of snow here, mainly over the northern part of the area. However, you notice this darker blue here. Okay, that's something we have to keep an eye on because there is a little heavier snow in there. We're not talking about blizzard conditions or anything like that, but it is a much more noticeable snow. But visibility is what tells us how heavy the snow is. And the airports are all reporting visibilities 2 miles or above. However, in the past hour, the Howell Airport had visibility down to a half a mile, so that was moderate snow. So through the evening, we're going to continue with these snow showers, temperatures continuing to fall into the teens. Now, don't forget, the Local Forecasters app has real-time radar, and it's real important in situations like this where you can run from flurries into heavier snow in just a matter of moments. See that little box on the screen there? That's called a QR code. All you have to do is take your smartphone, put it up to that, and it takes you to the spot where you can just instantly download the Local Forecasters app. No more going to the App Store, figuring out where to find it. Just scan the QR code right there, and you have the app right there in the palm of your hand. I'll be back in a few minutes with an update on tomorrow's forecast, guys.
All right, Paul. Tonight, the picture becoming clearer of when and how students are going to return to Oxford High School.
Students are set to return to learning starting Monday, but it isn't going to happen inside the building. Victor Williams is live tonight with details on when that's going to all take place. Victor.
Yes, Kimberly and Jason, this will be a very slow transition designed to give parents, students, and staff as much time as they need to heal from such a traumatic experience.
Oxford school officials have read countless messages and listened to dozens of voicemails from concerned parents about how students should safely return to school. Today, that plan is finally being released by Superintendent Tim Throne. Renovations are expected to be complete at Oxford High the week of January 17th. However, students will physically return the week of January 24th. With the high school building still not ready to be reopened, Oxford High students will be taking classes at both Oxford Middle and Oxford Bridges High for the first 2 weeks of class. The alternate hybrid schedule will start on Monday, January the 10th and will last until the 21st. A detailed letter is expected to go out to families at all schools involved. During that time, band and orchestra programs will be canceled for elementary school students on Tuesdays and Thursdays because of a lack of space at the facility. The athletic portion of Oxford High, on the other hand, is ready. Practice will resume in just 5 days on January the 10th, with actual competition set to start on January 24th.
And there will be 3 open house opportunities for students and parents to take a look at the new renovated Oxford High School. Later on tonight, we know there is supposed to be a telephone town hall for parents to voice their concerns. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Breaking news coming in now involving that booster from Pfizer for kids ages 12 to 15. The CDC's advisory panel has just voted in favor of recommending a booster dose for that age group. The vote was 13 in favor, 1 against. The booster would be given at least 5 months after the second dose of the vaccine. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky has the final say in all of this. She is expected to announce that decision quickly.
In more news today, an early morning fire in Philadelphia claims at least 13 lives, including 7 children.
Investigators say at least 4 smoke detectors did not go off in the multi-unit row house. They say it took fire crews almost an hour to contain the flames. The public housing building was recently converted into 2 apartments. At least 26 people were inside at the time of the fire.
I've been around for 35 years now. And this is probably one of the worst fires I've ever been to.
It's the holidays. I don't know if there's people coming visiting. I have no idea. Like at this time, like I said, like we're still working with the authority.
2 people are in critical condition from this. 8 were able to get out safely. Investigators are still looking for what caused that fire to move so quickly.